Well, I've got mana potions that I don't use for anything else. Oh, let's not save there. That's the dumbass place to save. Now we'll quick save. Hi, dumbass. I've really got to find myself a better sword. This is essentially the same sword I was using right near the beginning of the game. Okay, ham hock time. Die! Die, you bastard! I think there's a skill later in the game where you can... I think it's passive to basically incoming arrows and that sort of thing. You have a percentage chance to avoid them. Because I don't think your shield blocks arrows? Well, maybe it does. Maybe it's just a general percent to block. Okay, so I died when I got a little close down there because there's too many of them. Oh, I was going to say hurry up and die, I need to heal, but this will work. Okay, so what were we doing last time we died here? We were trying to find somewhere to apply my point. Or points, I have 2. Again, lazy, haven't read up on these. I'm probably going to find out that I should have 2 to 3 poison damage, 10% chance of 10% chance of 4 to 6 fire damage, lightning damage. I wonder if I should take a break and go and read up on that and see if the way it works is worth the skill point. Maybe I'll do that, because the other places I usually apply them. My sword skill, not yet. 13th level, 14th level. This is all arrows, no point to that stuff. Boomerang, feign death, enchant weapon. Still, at some point that will have value, because that allows you to, well, enchant your weapon, put extra skill things into your weapons. Augment defense, still can't apply that. And I don't want to put another point in that. I seem to be fine. And as for this stuff, identification level 2 seems to be okay for now, and I think I can get 2 or 3 free points as the game progresses. So I think we'll leave that off the agenda. This I don't think adds much value. It basically lets you see stuff about your monsters you're fighting. If I'm fighting them and they don't die, I know they're too high for me, basically. That's good enough. True Sight lifts the veil, lets you see the world as it truly is. Okay, so lets you see invisible people. Blind, bring darkness to the eyes of your enemy. I read about this one as well. If you max it out to 5 points or 6 or whatever max is, it's quite useful, because a blind person, they're fully blind, and it really helps. Up until that point, though, it has less impact than you would think. They get a percentage blindness, but the way the game engine works, it doesn't have a huge impact. So, poison weapon. Create even more pain for your opponents by applying poison to your weapons. Okay, that's... Okay, weapon yields 10 charges, strength of poison. So I wonder if learning how to poison my weapons is better than choosing Way of the Warrior poison. It looks like I am going to have to read about that. So I might do that. Kind of could use a break anyway, so what I'll do is I'll save the game here, halfway through this fight. I can still do these though. 1, 2. How's my agility working? 72, 59, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 1. Same standard. Okay. So we'll save the game with a full save. And I'll go doing a little reading on the internet. What was this? This was barracks. See you, folks. Hi, folks. I'm back. As I promised, I went poking around on the internet to look at some of these skills and where I best apply them. Funnily enough, while I was there, I looked at my, what do they call it, YouTube Insight. Kind of gives you an idea who's watching your videos. I noticed that 15% of my viewers are female. Well, actually, that might not be quite right. It wasn't clear. Maybe 100% of my male viewers are 15% female? I guess they could have made that graph a little more clear. But anyway, hello, female viewers. What a shock. Now, so here's what we discovered. Pretty much as we said, you know, nothing in here is useful to a fighter because mana is so low. And I noticed my mana is full again, even though I did all my repairs. I wonder if that's just because I saved and reloaded, or if it reloads over time. Who cares anyway? So here's what I discovered. Yeah, choose some of these. Sword is a good choice because there are a lot of good swords. Most of these other ones aren't too bad. Spear, probably not the best. You know, this is okay to pump up as well. It gets a little more damage in. Augment damage, good. Repair, as we kind of decided ourselves, 1 point's probably as much as you need. Although they do mention that if you do pump 5 points into it, you can make an absolute killing selling fully repaired weapons. But that's just converting weapons to cash, and I don't recall ever being that short of cash anyway. Stun, they say, yeah, I mean, okay, there's probably better places to spend your points, but I kind of like it, so I might continue to pump into that skill there. Augment defense, again, meh, it does what it says it does, so if you want to put skill points there and you have nowhere else to put them, not a bad idea. These ones, they also said meh. There's probably better ways to add this kind of damage to your weapons. It works as advertised, your choice. Skill points are limited, maybe, avoid these. They had a particular comment about poison damage, though. If you want poison damage on your weapon, you should go with the apply poison to weapon skill. It's much more powerful, actually, to the point where the poison weapon skill may be too good. And I see somebody's coming to attack me, so let's get out of here. They said it can actually be a game wrecker, that once you max out your poison weapon skill, nothing can stand before you, and the game becomes too easy. So if I do go that way, I guess I have to be a little bit careful. Let's turn this on just in case we want to comment. Repel damage, again, same thing. Shields, meh, if you want it, use it. This, they recommend that I enchant to 5, so I should fill this right out. Enchanting's very good. You get some really good powers. Diablo style, you're putting gems into enchantable armor and weapons. So apparently this adds great value to the game. Feign death, meh, don't bother. Who wants to do that? They just kill the stuff. Boomerang, what warrior throws stuff, so why do you care if it comes back to you? Shadow warrior, I can't remember what they mentioned. They didn't make a big deal of it. Spiritual damage, that kind of falls into this category. Yeah, if you want it, it does what it says it does. Adds 4 to 6 spiritual damage, which means you can hit ghosts and stuff with regular weapons. It's not bad, but there may be better ways to get it. Reflect missiles, again, same thing. Does what it says it does. Death Strike, this one actually had a special comment. They said, by the time this would work, there's usually 1 or 2 hits left in the guy anyway, so why bother? Just kill the guy, normally. Let me just finish this guy off. Oh, he dropped a little gold for me. A very little gold. And where were we? And flash attack, fairly pointless. It drains all your stamina and teleports you to the next enemy. Okay, there might be a reason for that, but the guy that wrote the fact couldn't think of any. I think that's the reason I like stun, because it just has a neat effect on the screen. It makes me feel like I'm doing something, so I think I will continue to put points in stun, even though the guy that wrote the fact didn't think much of it. Alright, so let's see. We had some skill points everybody should apply. Restore. Where's Restore? I'm going to do them in the order I wrote them down, so we're going to be going in circles here a bit. Anybody see Restore?